Headphone warning. Let's go! Let's go! That is what I'm talking about, Slavin Utero. That's what I'm talking about. You are beating the Webtoon Oda allegations right now. You letting them fight, you putting the fight on screen, and you have two top tiers doing this. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down so the Ghost of the 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. That was gas, bro. I could feel the testosterone all in my body. I want to go out in the streets and fight people. I want to throw hands with niggas. But let's focus on what happened on this chapter because I thought it was really great. Now, I'm actually not going to be petty in this video. Only because I want to see how this all plays out in totality before I clap back. But a lot of you guys who were doubting Luslec, and let me make something very clear. I'm one of them.
It's me. I'm niggas.
But for the last 3 weeks, I was on Luslec's side. For the last 3 weeks, I started to change my tune slowly, especially the last two. However, it is true that with how Yama was looking, Karaka and White going out the way he did, I'm like, is this entire organization just kind of mid, except for Bam? So I will admit to that. So I also had some doubt with Luslec, but I came around before it was too late. So give me credit there. All that being said, Luslec showed out. Luslec is not going all out, and neither is Mazino. Mazino is just using physical Shinsu, and not to be confused with what he did on the floor of death. On the floor of death, Urek Mazino could not even use Shinsu for a time because of what Heljo was doing. Only Bam could. That 10% non-bloodlusted punch, because he did not want to kill Heljo, was pure physical strength. No Shinsu boosting. With this, he is using Shinsu boosting and reinforcement, so keep that in mind. But I thought he did a good job showing that technically, yes, Urek is still the top dog and above, but Luslec is absolutely no slouch. He's not free. He's not getting low diffed. You're not going to sneeze, fart, or flick on him, because some of y'all was talking crazy. Like Luslec is just going to look into Urek and disintegrate and die. And some of y'all, you maybe have 1 or 2 weeks to apologize because I will find those comments in the chat and in the comment section. And if you don't come around, I'm going to cook you. I'm going to roast you in the video. I will roast you. I promise you. So this is your warning. But let's keep it moving forward. I am really impressed by this man, Luslec. I thought from the get-go, darkness emerges. Him using a transformation, him using spells, showing the proficiency of his long distance and mid-range attack, on top of him showing off his martial arts skills, coming with a flare wave, FUG explosion, coming with the flurry of attacks, then stepping on, he creased the man's J's, bro. He creased his J's, then hit him with the one tap, the 1-inch punch, the 1 inch? Come on, bro. He went crazy. He showed out. He has not pulled out the black hook. I do not believe this is at all the extent of what he can do. I think he could do a lot more. Let's make something very clear here. Neither combatants are trying very hard. They're playing tickle butt, as I like to say. Urek has only used 25% of his physical capabilities, not even throwing Shinsu at the speed of light, because that's why he's called the Ray Barracuda of anything of the sort. Luslec has not pulled out the black hook, and I do think there's way more techniques that he's had, but I want to talk about Luslec a little bit because in the last 2 streams that I did, a lot of people brought up a lot of interesting theories and prognostications about him. I'm going to talk about the one I like the least though. I do not like the idea that Luslec is puppeteering, necromancing, or somehow is inside of V's body. So Bam's father. So this is actually in a regular's body, but V's inhabiting it. That's not interesting to me. I want some of you guys who used to really mess with my One Piece comment to remember when I said I thought Zoro was a far more interesting character if he's just some dude from East Blue that got to this tier of strength through blood, sweat, and tears. Not some special samurai lineage that ties back to Wano, Ryuma, the sword god, whatever the case. Like, I didn't want that for Zoro. I know a lot of these series, bloodline and lineage are an important factor, doubly so in Tower of God, but I don't like the idea that he has part of V's face or that he got V's blood, he's in V's body. Personally, that's not moving me. But if you think that's the case, Please elaborate in the comment section and be as detailed as humanly possible as to why you believe that. Now, one that was presented towards the end of my stream, you said that what if V is kind of, what if Luslec is actually one of the like OG inhabitants of the tower, like he was born from plant, so he's the son of first plant, the same way that Cha is the descendant of first man, and like he's thus meaning in actuality, Luslec is older than even the 13 great warriors. He was there before them, because remember Luslec used to be a warlord before things got unified under the tower, which I think makes him even more interesting. So I think I'm more in line with that theory and that train of thought. However, I'm personally just under the impression, because he climbed with irregulars, the 13 great warriors, and likes V and Arlene, that is why he is built different. I truly believe characters like Rack, Aguero, and Dorsey will also get that extra tier of strength, buff, abilities, knowledge, whatever you want to call it, because they're traveling with the 25th band. I really mean and believe that, because I think Quadrado was probably different. Now, as I've told you guys ad nauseum recently, I think the amount of characters that were born inside the tower that could step to the strongest irregulars are very far and few between. Bayek, Luslec, the princesses at number 7, and then Adori. Maybe one of the 3 lords, the leader, Malik PGR, whatever his name is, Malik 1. I also think maybe the Ari twins, that was the son of the Ha Yurin and Ari Han, could work. Then I might throw in, 1 or 2 more, but I think that number is very low. But I think Luslec, having done this, definitely proves that under the right circumstances, you could really throw, because it's Mazino, bro. It's not even a family head. Because I personally tend to put Mazino, Zahard, and Enryu above them. I just thought this was great. SIU really reinvigorated the fandom's hype and interest all in one chapter. Luslec using all these plants and seeds and blooms or whatnot, I think connects back to what Neneas, I can't believe what Nen said way back with his Wang Wang flashback ended up being so important about the machines and plants, but this could all be connected. So I'll leave it at that before I ramble on too long, but incredible chapter, favorite chapter of the year, probably the best chapter of the 3rd season easily. Very hype. I loved it. I thought it was better than the clash that Traumaray had with Gustang. What do you guys foresee happening in the next chapter? How did you like this chapter? Hey man, are you team Luslec? Are you team Mazino? But it's probably going to get interrupted, and I think how it gets interrupted will go a long way for how we take it. It can't be a la Aguero, how it happened with Traumaray and Gustang, but very exciting stuff. I'm very impressed. I like what we got to see. He's beating the allegations. 10 out of 10 chapter. I cannot wait for next week. You guys have yourself a mighty fine day. Like the video, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna be out. Shout out to the Patreon gang. I appreciate the continued support. Shout out to the certified BAM lovers, CBL Nation, CBL gang. It is what it is. But also shout out to the Priest of Fire. You know that's Brilith gang. Could they be the real CBLs? I think they just might be. With a huge big shout out to the 5th Zen gods. Shout out to Zyler Scotty, Zodiac Nemiko, Zachary Cooper, Tino Brown, Tikos, Simi, Scobe, Revenant, Naz Riley, Markov, Lucky Roo, Lazy Dragon, Johnny Rogers, Huey, Triss, Childish Nujabis, Andrew, Big Allen, and Big Abdel. Your support is appreciated. Yo, I stepped in a bed the other day. Yo, I can afford a bed now. You guys are out here saving my life.